Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Court will resume with the July 19th, 2022 docket. And let's see, this involves Miss Williamson. There she is.
Yes,
And
sir.
we need Mr. Salinas, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think
He's connecting.
he's connecting. Okay, he's connecting. All right, connecting to what? Let's find out. It's easy to say you're connecting, but connecting to what?
Yeah, and he's been trying to connect for a while.
Uh-huh. He's got his wires crossed right now. He's not connecting.
He doesn't want to play with us.
Okay.
Maybe Rick can call his office.
Yeah, maybe Rick, can you call his office?
Yes, sir. Judge will do that right now. Thank you.
Yeah, see what's going on here.
Because he's sitting right there.
Mhm.
Just needs to turn around.
Well, we think it's him. We don't know.
Uh,
It's a mystery person there.
yeah, the chair's moving, so somebody's there.
Yeah.
And this one's gonna be number 3, number 4, number 5.
Which is this? 3, 4? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. All right, there it is. There it is. There it is. Okay, you got Rick's phone call. There it is.
Mm.
All right. Needs to have a assistance to get him connected. There
You're
it
right,
is.
sir.
Here
There.
comes the assistant. There it is.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Salinas, you need to unmute.
There we are, Your Honor.
Oh, there we are. Okay. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Just fine, sir. It's not often that I am muted, but I'm glad to unmute this morning.
Okay, very good. Very
I'm
good.
getting my client. She's coming right in, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. This is the July 19th, 2022 docket, and we're here on F2571-22-4 in the interest of an unborn child. Has the child been born yet, or?
Yes, she
Yes,
has, Your
Your Honor.
Honor. The child is Sarah He Alina, and she is 4 weeks and 6 days today.
Wow. Okay. Good. So
Still
now we
in
need what?
warranty, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Still in warranty.
Okay, great. Now we need what? Genetic testing?
That is correct, Your
you're-
Honor.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was going to agree with Mr. Salinas that we do need a genetic testing, and we were wondering if it could get done today. A lab of his choice. I gave a whole bunch of suggestions, just going by price and who we use quite a bit. But
We can do it anytime before Friday. If they'll just give us the lab and the address, we'll set up an appointment.
okay. Also, Your Honor, the only reason this is being asked is my client has never denied from the beginning that he was the father until just a couple months after, or a month after the pregnancy was discovered. She would not allow him any more visits as far as doctor visits. He's always tried to be supportive. We have message after message where he's saying, look, I just want to be able to be involved in the early stages of my child's life. The child is, like Mr. Salinas said, it's already over a month. This young man here, Mr. Garcia, has not even met and again, he is of the belief it is his. He has not met his daughter. These are first, Your Honor, that he will never be able to have ever again, even with other children, because this is his first child at a very young age of 22, but this is his first child. We're asking for some supervised contact with the child, if we can this afternoon.
If you place the court, Your Honor, I think that any visitation rights or orders would be premature until we have an actual judicial finding of parentage. Also, Your Honor, this has not been the loving father that has come in and wanting to do this and that. As a matter of fact, he has been a harassing, probably father. And there's an offense report that she had to file with the city of Palmview So, but that's for a later date. But at this time.
Actually, Your Honor, I'm glad he brought that.
May I finish? May I finish?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were finished.
No, not yet.
I just want to be involved.
Any visitation, any pre-trial or pre-hearing or pre-trial motions would be immature, would be irrelevant, would be improper until we have an establishment of parentage. I don't think it's proper for him to file any visitation rights until we have a determination, an actual determination, not, I believe I'm the father, I've never denied I'm the father. Good and fine, Your Honor, but until we have a determination, I think any visitations and any orders would be.
Until we know who we are. Okay.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And Your Honor,
Actually, he has no standing until there is a determination that he is a father.
Okay.
and Your Honor, the police report that they themselves filed, and I'm glad Mr. Salinas brought it up. This is what the report says. It says, Ms. Chantal, she is 5 months pregnant and Jose is the father, which is my client of the baby. Chantal went on to explain that they had only been dating for about a month when she came out pregnant. Chantal mentioned that their relationship ended November 2021, 1 week before Thanksgiving. Chantal also mentioned that Jose and her would have sexual intercourse and she would tell him to stop, but Jose would not. Chantal mentioned that this happened numerous occasions. Let me see, this happened on Coconut, which is my client's parents' address. Nothing about harassment, Your Honor. It's kind of like, well, yeah, I came out pregnant because I had sex a lot, and sometimes I told him to stop, but he wouldn't, but I continue to come back and have sex again. He's
Your
never
Honor,
denied. And in fact, if I can finish, Mr. Salinas, and I have numerous messages, Your Honor, where Mr. Garcia, this harassing Mr. Garcia simply says, these are the harassing messages. Is there any update on my daughter? Can you please give me any information about my daughter? And these are over months. Hey, can you please let me know if she's doing okay?
Okay.
What have the doctors told you about my daughter? Can you please give me an update about our daughter? And then Happy Mother's Day. Hey, her delivery date is right around the corner and she could pop out anytime now. And I don't expect you to want me in the room or even in the hospital. But in case you do, contact my mom in case I'm at work. She has all my supervisor's numbers so she can get a hold of me. After that, it's just been, the baby had been born already and nothing. It was just a fluke because we filed this before. Those are the harassing message. My client works at a federal facility, Your Honor. He can't even have a phone there during the entire day that he's working. So, and I am more than, I will share every single one of these messages with Mr. Salinas. He sent her flowers for Mother's Day. If that's harassing, I apologize. God, I need to tell my husband to harass me more like that.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm glad you brought up the report because it states on there that she would tell him to stop and she would tell him to stop and she would tell him to stop. And there is an issue that this was consensual. So we are looking at another aspect.
Okay.
But that's for a later date. That's
No,
all right.
it's not. The report, and Your Honor, the report is that it doesn't say she would tell him to stop and she would tell him to stop and she would tell him to, it just says she would tell him to stop, but Jose would not stop. Then they would have sex again. She continued to go to the house.
He would tell him to stop, but he would not stop. That is not consensual, but that is for a later date.
Yeah, well, maybe she shouldn't have returned for more than, repeated time to the house.
No, what the court is hearing here is that the gentleman is willing to, pitch in and support
Yes,
and whatnot. But in all honesty, we need to wait for the results of the testing. So I hope it's done today.
Yes,
if you guys can have a phone call there, get some names and labs and just go today. Go today before 5 o'clock.
Your Honor, we could set it up for today. There's Juanita's Labs. There's Fastest Labs.
Yeah, let's do today.
If Mr. Salinas, I've been trying to get a hold of him since the day they answered this, and I've never been responded to. So if he can tell me what lab he wants, we will do any lab my client will pay.
There you go.
Whatever lab he went to would be good enough with us. We'll go to the same one so long as he's not there. We'll go to the same one, Your Honor, if he'll just email us. But actually, this is the first conversation I've had with Ms. Lucy. I've always heard just from her paralegal. So I'm glad
Exactly.
I'm talking to a lawyer.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys are talking now. But yeah, give me an order so I can sign today immediately. And
Yes, sir.
do it
No.
today.
Okay, I'll put it that it has to be done today, and I'll just I'll call around to see who can do it quickly today.
Yes.
Okay, could we have that not later than tomorrow, Your Honor? She needs to get back to the baby. The baby has not been in good health, but we think we'll be able to get it done today, but we'd like to have at least a breather till tomorrow.
Yeah, Your Honor, you know, they all share the same friends. If this child is in bad health, then why was the child out at McCoy's? Why was it's like everything just to keep the child from him, but she goes out with friends with the child. The child doesn't need to be
Not in
healthy.
jail, Your Honor.
Well, we're ready to do some temporary orders, but as soon as we get the results, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
please,
sir.
let's do
So
it
today.
before 5 or 6.
Thank you,
okay?
sir. Thank you,
Okay.
sir. I'll send it over right now.
Your Honor, could we have, I have a motion that to abate any pretrial orders or anything until the determination is made. Could we have that?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, needs to know the results, and then we'll go from there.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all. You all may be excused. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
You
sir.
too, Your Honor. Have a good
Have a
one.
great day. Bye-bye.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Ms. Lucy.
Number 2.
All right. Number 2.
One yellow.
Okay. All right.
And Selim.
Too much sex. There was too much sex there. All right. Now we need results. Mr. Guerra.
Good morning, Judge.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Then we need is it Salim?
It is, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I believe we're here on CL 22, 2449D Arturo Orsonio versus Connie Cobb. What do we need? We have a TRO so far?
Yeah. Mr. Is this the same one that we discussed? I mean, not this one, but the same as the other one in camera?
Yes, Your Honor, there is a TRO on file. I've discussed there's two kind of identical cases, one at Cameron County, but we have a Rule 11 agreement in place, and then we'll file a joint lawsuit. There's a pending probate that we'll just kind of go through the probate court rather than in district court. It's a reverse mortgage with a deceased borrower, so there's no foreclosure.
Okay, so you're going to be filing Rule 11?
As soon as Mr. Guerra actually approves it via email, yes. It's in your
Okay.
email box, Juan.
As
I
soon as what?
understand.
I'm sorry, I need your.
It's in your email box. So
okay.
as soon as Juan approves it, then I can get it filed.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll read it.
I'll
So
put
for
here
now, I
Rule
think
11.
just give us a status hearing, Judge, so to make sure it doesn't.
Rule
Hold on.
11 to be filed. And then, yeah, give me an order setting hearing date for a status hearing, and I'll give you a date. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very
Thank
much. You're my big excuse. Have a great day.
We'll
Bye-bye.
see you, Salim.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care, Judge.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Number 1, Jake Kaufman.
Okay.
Rafael de la Garza,
Okay.
but I don't see Rafael de la Garza.
All right. Let me see here. We don't see Mr. Rafael de la Garza in the waiting room. We do have Mr. Kaufman. He's checking in.
Unless Sergio Garza remembers him.
Mhm.
In for Mr. Rafael.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Kaufman, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Judge.
Yes, sir, good morning. In your case, Mr. Rafael de la Garza is on the other side. Does he have anybody helping him out? Do you know?
I don't know. Their office, I believe, requested this hearing, and we had another one on the same insured and same property in County Court Law number 6 a few months back, and they were present for that. So I assume they intended to be here, I guess is my point.
Okay, and I don't see,
If
Yes.
if I may, are you talking about CL-22-000662-D? Elida
Uh-huh.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
yes.
I'm here for that case, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Garza, okay.
Yes.
I had a feeling somebody would show up.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because I didn't see Mr. De la Garza
De la
in
Garza.
the waiting room. but we have a Garza. That's pretty close. That's close enough.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right. We're here on, well, first of all, we're continuing here with the July 19th, 2022 docket and CL 220662D, Elida Rodriguez versus FedNat or FedNat Underwriters Inc. All right. What do we need here? Do we need to appoint an umpire?
That is our application, Judge.
So we are, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We are opposing the appointment of the umpire in this case, Judge, as we stated in the answer in the response to the application, because as I alluded to a moment ago, this insured had a, if you just, I'll give you the Cliffs Notes version. She filed a claim in May 2020 for hail damage to the roof. My client paid out a little over $10,000 actually. And then there was a subsequent Hurricane Hannah claim 2 months later in July 2020 that was for wind damage to the same roof. The roof was not replaced in between the two storms. It was the same roof that we had already paid to replace. And we've also recently learned that she was paid for a roof replacement on at least one other roof claim with another insurance carrier in 2019, and the roof was not replaced then. It seems that Mr. Dale Garza's office may have filed the suits or applications for umpires on the claims out of order. The first, they filed suit in County Court Law number 6, or same identical suit asking to appoint an umpire on the July 2020 claim. And I believe they filed that back in January, around the beginning of the year. And we responded to that. We had already named an appraiser in that claim. So we responded to that case in County Court Law number 6 and said we were not opposed to the appointment of an umpire. And Judge Garcia appointed an umpire in that one. He appointed, as I recall, I've got it here. Yep, correct. Sorry. And so then in this one, this case was filed a few months later on the earlier claim, the May 2020 claim for hail. Like I said, kind of out of order. And, you know, while we agree that the appropriate case out of the two, or appropriate claim out of the two for appraisal would be the first in time, which would be this case, there's already an umpire assigned to an appraisal of the same roof, the same property, same insured, same policy. So what we're simply saying is that we're not opposed to the appraisal. We're going through the appraisal process. We just don't think there needs to be two separate appraisals, two separate umpires, which both of our clients have to then pay for. We think that one umpire and one set of appraisers should be able to look at the same roof and come to, I guess, a replacement cost or a amount of loss on that roof that should necessarily apply to both claims.
Okay. And who was the umpire for Court 6?
Eddie Trevino.
Eddie Trevino?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're saying is, yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Garza.
And our response to that, Judge, is that they're two separate occurrences, two separate cases. So they don't. I mean, Your Honor can well appoint the same umpire if you so choose.
That's what I was thinking.
Different.
Yeah, appoint the same umpire and let him figure out the two claims or something.
We're not opposed to that.
Interlapping claims. Yeah, let's go ahead and appoint him as well. And but it'll run, I guess, concurrent with the other order. So yeah, let's use Eddie Trevino.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, the same one.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, give me an order or something, or saying that he'll be the same one for both cases, and I'll sign it. All right.
Okay.
Understood.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Lex.
Thanks, Sergio.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you.
Number 6.
Number 6. Number 6. Let me see here. Oh, any attorneys? Let me see here.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, ma'am. P0207-22-4. Nancy Rocio Aguilar versus Emmanuel Gonzalez. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Judge. Dela Bettis on behalf of the applicant. I believe she's trying to log on. It shows that she's connecting.
And she's Nancy, the applicant?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. What about
the default protective order?
What about Gonzalez?
He has been served, Judge. And I don't see him on. I don't know if he's outside the courtroom or anything.
Okay. Well, if he was outside the courtroom, I would have been advised already, right, staff?
That is correct, Judge. No one has reported to the office at this time.
Okay, and we're talking about Emmanuel Gonzalez or anybody else. I don't see him in the waiting room either. I do see that Nancy is connecting. She's the applicant.
Yeah.
So let's wait to see if she gets connected here.
Okay, let me text my office. I'm not in the office, so I'm gonna text
Okay.
my office to,
All right.
if you want to, I don't know if you want to go on to another one, Judge, or. come back.
Actually, this is the last one for this hour, and I'm just waiting for the 11 o'clock.
Okay,
So I'm not going anywhere. In the next 15, 20 minutes, I ain't going to go nowhere. No, but I can take a brief recess, and you can,
I should have a phone number for her. Nancy, is that you? Can you unmute?
Okay.
All right. Good morning, Nancy Rodriguez. Welcome to County Court Law number 4. Court will continue here with the July 19th, 2022 docket, and I have P0207-22-4 in the matter of Nancy Rocio Aguilar versus Emmanuel Gonzalez. Court will note that Gonzalez is not in the waiting room nor at the courthouse. Therefore, court takes judicial notice of the entire file, and you may proceed.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Nancy, will you please state your full name for the record?
Ms. Rodriguez, you swear the testimony you're about, I'm sorry, you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right. You may proceed, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Mhm.
Would you please state your full name for the record?
Nancy Rocio Aguilar,
Okay, and what is your address, Nancy?
408 East Ulex Avenue, Apartment 3, McAllen, Texas, 78504.
Okay, and is that in Hidalgo County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You are the applicant in this protective order against Emmanuel Gonzalez, who's the respondent, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and he's the father of your children and your former partner, is that correct?
Back then, yes.
Okay, and you filed this protective order because Mr. Gonzalez has been physically abusive with you and he's assaulted you in the past and recently as well, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you're asking this court to prohibit him from committing any family violence, from communicating directly with you in a threatening or harassing manner, from communicating a threat to you through any other person, from communicating with you in any manner except through your attorney or a person appointed by the court, and from going within 200 yards of you, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you're also asking that he be prohibited from engaging in any conduct directly specifically towards you, including stalking or anything else that's reasonably likely to harass, annoy, alarm, abuse, torment, or embarrass you? Is that correct? Okay, and you're also asking that he be prohibited from possessing a firearm, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, you're asking this court for a protective order for 2 years? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Judge, I don't have any further questions for my client. Would ask that the court grant the protective order for 2 years with findings.
All right, court will hereby go ahead and grant a protective order for applicant. And court will also grant applicant or relief request to hearing in open court. Court will await an order for signature. All right, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All
We'll
right.
submit a final order.
All right, thank you all. You all may be excused. Have a great day.
Thank
you.
you as well.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.